Hello, and welcome. Please put all questions in caps and start with an emoji.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hello and welcome. So,
Take
for
two.
everybody, take two. And for everyone who missed the first 5 minutes, I'm not repeating all that. So, I pressed the intro, but all I did was click on the intro. I didn't press go live. So you got to click go live twice. I just clicked on the video. And yeah, anyway, here we are.
Hello again.
And it was Sarah that told us. We're just sat here chatting away, and it's like, yeah, I need to press go live. I just see it in the corner up there. So anyway, welcome, two good friends, Ash Ellis and Greg Tomplinson, who cannot change his name for 60 days. Thanks to Emma.
Yes, thank you, Emma. Appreciate that.
Which I think it's pretty funny.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yes.
Was it
at the time. I was trying to be smart, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll change my name." And then I went to change it the following day to change it back.
Panic kicked
So I sent her a message saying I can't change it back, and then all I get back is, "That's fucking hilarious."
Yeah, it is. You've got to admit it is, though. If someone else had done it, would you be laughing?
I'd be laughing. The thing is, it renews itself on Monday because I've got the other hit being done on Monday. So,
you might as well leave it then.
So it works out all right.
Yeah, leave it till you can walk again. You'll be fine. Right. So, for those that didn't hear, Nicole is probably not going to be with us because she's not feeling too well. She said she's going to have a bit of a kick, see how she feels, and if she's feeling better, then she'll come on. If not, it's just going to be us, but which is all good. I repeated this like 6 times already. So the last time we all spoke, me and Chris Meek was on your Pursuit of the Paranormal podcast, which is quite eerily creepy, as Chris was my guest on Wednesday. So the last 3 people to speak to were the last 3 people I spoke to before New Year. Last year. Yeah. So
we do find that a lot on our podcast, though. We do find that a lot of synchronicity across the podcast when we're recording, and the guests sort of come in clumps of certain guests just fall into place, the same topic randomly. Places, people in America that live in the same place as like that's just down the road from me. We've had guests, and Ron Kinsella.
Oh yeah,
he actually grew up and was playing in like the village where I grew up with one of my best mates.
So you're from Bedfordshire?
No, I am not.
Well, I thought Kinsella's was from Bedford, Luton.
They done a lot of. They grew up on one of the estates in a place called Chesterton, just outside Bicester in Oxfordshire. My best mate lived in Chesterton, so I spent all of my teenage years in the same village that the Kinsella twins were.
You've probably seen them, and
it's weird as hell. Yeah, probably had
a fight with them or something. You never know.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I think you're a bit younger than him as well, Greg.
A toy fight. Not much. No, I'm only messing.
Wow.
So anyway,
You're older than me, Andy.
I know. 52. Swap anyone, anytime, honestly. Yeah, it doesn't get easier. You just get more tired for longer. That's it.
Yeah,
that's as
definitely.
good as it gets. Right. So, what have you guys been up to?
Wow, we obviously doing the episodes every week, but we have also, from the 1st of January, started churning out a daily Did You Know video across social media. So every day for this year, we are taking a different subject and creating a mini sort of roundup video, 1 minute, 2 minutes long, about whatever relating to the paranormal, UAPs, cryptids. So we are dedicating our time to making mini videos.
She's like, yes, it's taking the toll.
It was my idea, and I thought, only like a minute long. We could do like 10 in an hour, and then we've got like it'll get all January done one weekend, but like it takes a hell of a lot longer than we.
You literally do it at the time.
So do you do a lot of editing when it comes to it, or just blast it out, do it, put it, add the stuff to it?
A fair bit of editing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprising actually.
And stuff, animations and stuff like 90-second video. So it takes about half an hour minimum to do one.
Well, I'm going to do a shameless plug because now I've got clothing branding through TeePublic, and it's linked to the YouTube site, and then it's on Dashery as well. Keep getting mithered by YouTube to create a 1 or 2 minute video showing the different products.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a screen record on the iPad, just clicking through and showing you all different things. And I'm going to have it uploaded at the start of each live stream. You know, where you can add your trailer and the other thing that you link to it. Can't remember what it's called. So I'm just going to do that and do it as one. But I'm off work now till a week on Monday. Yes.
Nice.
I know. So I've got plenty of time to do it and redo it and redo it and mess it up and then forget what I'm doing and so on. So it'll be fine.
So becoming a wizard CapCut at the moment.
A what?
Yeah, exactly. CapCut.
Oh, no. I can't use it. Cannot use it.
It's perfect for like social media. That's the thing.
Have you not tried InShot?
No.
That is really good. It's like, it's got everything on it. It's got the effects, AI effects, all the different filters and that. And you can have, I think you can have more overlays on it. I think you can have up to 10. Where a lot of the others, you can only do 5 at a time. Then you got to record it and then put the rest on.
The great thing about CapCut is you can have teleprompter.
I don't even know what that is.
So you get your wording up on the screen.
Oh, and just
and just look at the screen.
Got you. Yeah, I've got an app on my phone, but I can't think what it's called. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah. So it does it all for us. So it's been interesting to learn it.
But once you get your head around it, it's easy, isn't it? It's just that initial learning process.
Yeah. And then it's just, what am I going to do it on today? Can I get enough video or photographs to sort of do all the backgrounds to make it more interesting than some middle-aged bloke just spouting off about UFOs?
You said you weren't that old.
I'm definitely middle-aged.
Get in there.
I've got a quick question.
Go on.
I've got a quick question, Andy. In the intro, there's a bit in the intro where there's like an alien with 3 fingers touching the back of someone. Is that a happy coincidence? I saw it and I was like...
That's AI created for what happened in your basement.
Oh,
so
nice.
that image is going to be... So when they did all the filming last year, that image, a lot of them images in there, they're kind of like teasers. So when there's a kid on the bike looking up at a UFO, that's me when I was 8 years old. It's not me, obviously. It don't even look like me. But I did a lot of AI creating and getting it as close as I could. Same with the helicopter between the 2 houses. Just because they're showing you the street where I grew up, didn't I, when we went out. And so a lot of the intro now is stuff that's going to be coming out once I get time. So I just read in the comments. Once I get time to put it all together, I've got all the audio. I've got everything I need. it's just having the time to create the documentary. So,
yeah. Same.
So it's a bit of some of it's just teasers for of what's going to be coming up.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to be featured in the intro a little bit.
Yes, you are. Well, you's part of it. You's like day one, wasn't it? Because we met in Worsley, didn't we? We walked down to the lake, then we went to your place, and we was gonna go to not Dunham Massey, Delamere Forest, but absolutely pissing it down. It was like torrential rain. It's like, we'd have lasted about 2 minutes. So, but no, I do want to go there. We do need to meet up and go to Delamere.
Yeah, definitely.
That's 100%. But I've got an update. I was going to say it on Wednesday, but I didn't. Right? I was going to save it for you guys, only because you know about it. So you know Bench Guy.
Yeah, and he's in the intro as well.
Yeah. Yes. So the cemetery near me. So I dropped Becky and the daughter off at a mate's the other day, and I thought, right, I'll take the dog for a walk. So I parked up in the cemetery and we walked around and we sat on the bench. He's a little Chihuahua stroke Shih Tzu cross, so he's tiny, weighs nothing, but he's so good. He'll go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do. If you want to sleep, he'll sleep. If you want to go for a walk, he'll go for a walk. It's great, right? And so we're walking around the cemetery and we go and sit on the bench. We sat there for a few minutes. I thought I'll get up and go for a walk round. Like there's not many people about. It's like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's still quite light. It weren't getting dark till like 5:30. Anyway, so we walk around. We go back to the bench because my back started aching. I'd not been well at the beginning of this week. We sat down. Anyway, this woman walks past and she's got a Frenchie. So she goes past with the dog, Bruno. He's barking like mad, but he's barking because he wants to play. I'm like, no, we're just going to sit here and chill. I want to get a vibe in that. Anyway, after she'd gone and the dog was completely out of sight, so I'm still sat on the bench and he's got a 5-meter lead, so let it go all the way out and he's running around. And he's barking between where I'm sat on the bench, where Bench Guy was, and the silver birch in between. It's probably about 8-foot gap between the tree and the bench. So I'm sat facing that way. He sat looking like up from 5 o'clock at the gap, and he's barking but moving backwards like there was something there. I'm like, nah, fuck this, I'm off. But I thought, because at first I put it down, he's just barking because of the dog, because he would kind of look in that direction. But then he turned and was facing kind of like towards me. But then because he backed off like he was moving away from something, I'm like, yeah, there's definitely nothing there. Then I'm thinking, there's definitely most probably something there, and I can't see it, and he can. Let's go. And as soon as we walked away, he was fine. Just stopped barking. So, like I said, initially I put it down to the other dog because he sees the dog and he just goes mental. So he took him for his second booster today, and there's a cat in the basket there as well, and he just wants to be friends with every other animal that he can ever see. But this dog had gone, and it'd been gone about 2 minutes. You couldn't even see the woman. It's like gone right over the other side of the cemetery, and it drops down the other end. And he's still barking, but that's when he turned and was not facing me, but kind of in that direction. So we'll start. We'll go on a little bit of a trek now.
Nice. The Bent saga continues.
Yes. So there's going to be more stuff coming up with Bench Guy as well. I've got a Instagram account for Bench Guy. Not for him. It's not like some tribute to him or anything like that, because that'd just be weird. So what I'm going to do is just go around different locations in the UK. Sounds sad and pathetic, but I don't care. And people love this sort of stuff. Just taking photos of benches. The tagline is going to be, "Do you know this bench?" That's it. And if people know it, then they can comment. If they don't, they go, fuck off, you're a weirdo. So like that's like, yeah, fair enough. So it's just something else to do. Just to keep, because they're all connected to Alienate UK.
Is it something I've got to look forward to when I hit my 5th century that I'm going to start going around photographing benches?
Pretty much, yeah. But I did the first bench I took a photograph of was a picnic bench, but it was nice and clean and polished. It didn't have bird shit on it or people cutting it with knives or anything like that. It was, that's pretty pristine for where it was. So it was like, I labelled it deluxe picnic bench. Yeah. So yeah, it's just the randomness of doing it. So yeah. Something else. But the thing is, because I was thinking about it, it's like we got bench guy, and when I was talking to him, he didn't have that red orb or whatever it was in front of his face. I'm talking to him like I'm talking to you. If I'm taking photos of benches, I need to find the statistics of people that have died on benches throughout the UK, what the ratio is, right? So if I'm taking photos of benches, what are the chances of getting a spirit or something sat on that bench when you look at the photo afterwards? You've got that element to it.
It's a good hypothesis. Yeah.
It's the only one I've got, and I've just made it up.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's what you've got to look forward to, Greg.
I cannot wait.
But you can't choose benches. You're gonna have to do like pillar boxes or
lampposts.
Yeah.
Drain covers.
Yeah. Drain pipes, like swan neck and all the different.
Well, drain covers. You got all like the stainless steel, aren't they? And it says like produced in Manchester or made.
Well, do you know what though? I was listening. I know we're going off topic, but I don't care. There's a guy. He was on Scott Mills on Radio 1 a bit ago. That might have been Greg James, and he was going round.
You're not on Radio 2 as well, are you?
No. I listened to Chilled Smooth. It's all like dance music, but nice and relaxed. So I'm not dancing away in my van. That's I'm not. It's just. It's nice for when all the idiots are on the road. I need to stay calm. It's more for that than anything else. But Chilled Smooth is good. It's like Energy 52 and
okay, yeah, I'll take that.
It's all the remixes.
Okay.
Orbital, Belfast, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it is a decent.
Okay. Yeah.
There is
I've hit that age bracket.
Yeah. There is some shit that they play on there. It's like, yeah, just mute it. Or go on Capital Dance or something like that. But yeah. But no, it's good. 90% of the time, it's pretty cool. But anyway, moving on from that, I forgot what I was saying.
How do we follow that? I don't
know. Where was it going with that?
Who knows? Some new project.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to choose. Oh yeah. So I was saying about the traffic cones. And this guy was saying he goes around the country collecting them. And he's if you get a base that's got 5 points on it, because they're normally 4. Don't know why I've remembered this, but I have. They're very rare, right? And they're worth a lot of money. And that is it. And if anyone finds one, to let him know.
No, I'll sell it myself. I'll let him sell it.
Yeah. But, and then the other one, there's a guy that used to go around he's been to every service station in England and Wales. That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just like taking. I mean, bench photos are pretty much up there as well, though.
No. Bench, it's a new thing. Because it's like, you don't, if there's someone sat on it, you ignore it, don't you? You just either wait till they've gone, push them off, or go to your next one.
Just stand looking at them to the move. Like.
Yeah, just go, fucking move.
We're making feel really uncomfortable.
Stand there like that for days. I was thinking about taking photo if people are sat on the bench, but then apparently people can get shitty about it and complain. But then they've got to find you, haven't they? So.
Not if you take the picture from the bush. You're all right.
Oh, yeah. But the weird thing with that was the day I decided, the weird thing, everything about it's fucking weird, right? But the day I decided to do it, I did not see a bench end for 4 days. And I drive everywhere. And I'm like, where have all the benches gone? It just vanished.
Benches aren't real.
Intent, innit? That's what it is. Back to intent. This is a true story, by the way. I'm not just like making up off the top of my head. Just in case anyone was wondering.
I don't even think I'd believe you if you said you was making it up. I'd be like, you can't make that shit up.
No.
Oh my god.
Bench life matters.
Yes. At the time, it was like
God.
one of the greatest thoughts I've had this year. Yeah, we're only in February. So but you know what? You're knocking it now. I've actually got quite a few followers. I've got 26 and it's only been on 2 weeks.
I can't believe there's 26 people into that.
Yes. And that's me deluxe picnic bench. There you go. Proof.
Beard and pub garden in the UK.
I think it was chained down. No, that was in some kid's thing. Yeah. Anyway, so any projects you've got coming up? Any projects you've got coming up?
No.
No, nothing.
So we're starting to make some appearances on other podcasts now.
Yes.
So,
can you tell who? Can you say who they are?
Well, we've just been on one called Paranormal Perspectives. Weirdly, about synchronicity, this guy's from Oxford, which was weird.
Yeah.
And we are on one on Sunday evening. I don't know when it's going out. It's WAW podcast. One guy lives in India and one guy lives in America on the East Coast. So we've got to do it like sort of 5 o'clock on
they
Sunday.
like 11 hours apart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeez. That hurts my head trying to do stuff like that.
So we've also been getting a lot of emails of people wanting to come on a podcast.
Yes.
Which has been good. And one of them, we put a teaser up on social media a couple of weeks ago. Now this person's got like 2 million followers on Instagram. They're a rock band, or a band. I don't know if they're rock.
Yeah.
From the US, and the guy is the lead singer of the band and wants to come on and talk about UFOs and Area 51. Yeah. So
can you say the name of the band?
Don't know.
You know the name of the band.
I do know the name of the band. I don't know who the band were till I googled
That's
it.
like
I'll be honest.
9 million monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, a big band. Yeah.
Cool.
I can't remember what it's called actually.
I can tell you the name. Oh, the guy's name. It was the lead singer of the band. The band was called. Can we say the name? I suppose we can. There's no reason not to, is it? Yeah. So the band's called Laney. Laney.
Laney.
Yeah.
Sure, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So what I did was, anyway, I sent it straight to my 16-year-old daughter and said, "Have you heard of these?" And she's like, "No."
Well, it's not coming on then.
So okay, but she, the kind of stuff she listens to is not that. Yeah. It kind of like I don't even know what kind of music it is, like a pop rock type.
Yeah.
And it's the lead singer of the band Laney that wants to come on and talk about Area 51 and UFOs, which is random.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So we've had quite a few people sort of email us to go on podcasts and stuff like that. So yeah, we're trying to get out and about and speak to her, but it's nice to be interviewed rather than interview.
You know, I think I prefer interviewing than to be interviewed.
I do enjoy interviewing, definitely, but it's nice to be on the other foot for the.
Yeah, now and again, I don't think I want to be interviewed all the time, because it's bad enough on air just repeating yourself all the time, and then when you do an interview, you kind of, unless you've got any new stuff happening, i.e. bench photographs throughout the UK, unless you've got any new stuff, it's the same old, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when we've been on, people are asking us, like, how did we meet?
Yeah.
What are your experiences? So, yeah, I kind of get that, but it's nice to have the pressure off of asking the questions.
Sit back and not have to press buttons. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. So, and edit, yeah.
Why do you think of doing live? No editing.
No, perfect.
Lazy. Yes. No,
efficient.
I just don't have the time. Yeah, I just don't have the time to do it. Like I said, I was off work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and I was being sick and going dizzy and all that. And it's like just so constantly tired, eyes really heavy. So I thought, right, I'm gonna get stuck in a bit as I'm laying on the sofa or laying in bed just with the iPad and start doing the branding, clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it didn't take long, I actually worked out that my full-time job is getting in the way of me trying to do this all the time. If I wasn't working I could do what I need to do for the channel and the podcast and everything else and go out and investigate, and it wouldn't even be a quarter of the time that I'm at work.
No, exactly.
So
work just gets in the way of everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I do enjoy work. I do like my job and that, believe it or not. But I just need to go part-time or retire. But
You're nearly retirement.
I'm not that far away. But do you know when you just work it out? You know when you just work it out in your head? It's like, this is what's stopping me. And it wasn't until I had them 3 days off that I realised. So, yeah, I just have to hope I get a miracle or win the lottery tonight, which neither is ever going to happen anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You never
know. Never know.
It was like, for me, it was furlough. Like, I was on furlough for like 18 months, pretty much. And that's when I was like, started doing it all properly. I was like, I'm actually being paid to stay at home and do UFO research. This is crazy. Like, it was a taste of what it could be.
I know. I wish I'd have done this at the start of. I wasn't furloughed because we're in medical profession. I'm not a doctor. Before anyone asks, I'm not a real one anyway. But because weren't furloughed because frontline because it's delivered to hospitals and clinics and all that. So he was going to the main hospitals in London, like Harley Street, Thingy. Is it St Armand's Baby Children's Hospital? Great Ormond, that was it. Like going to all them and like the ones in Oxford and Cambridge and all like south and east and what have you. So wasn't getting furloughed, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm furloughed," and like getting paid 80%. I'm like, "Don't ever talk to me ever again." It's ridiculous. But I'm kind of glad I worked through it as well, because obviously I'm drive all the time, so I'm on the roads, and it's like there was no one about. I was in and out of central London and back home by 2:00 in the afternoon.
Nice.
Pretty much every day. It's like the North Circular and all that was just like a ghost town. It was great. But I won't like to go back delivering around London now. Sod that.
Fuck that. No, definitely not.
No, not my thing. But like I said, I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it. But yeah, didn't get furloughed. So please don't mention that name again. Please, Ash. Thank you. No, yeah, but like I was saying, it's like I didn't start the channel. It was Halloween 2020. I couldn't take the kids out trick-or-treating or anything. It's like I'm so bored. So I just set everything up: Facebook, YouTube channel, website, everything. And just don't know what I'm going to do with them, but let's see what happens. And then 4.5 years later, here we are.
It's pretty much what we did as well.
Yeah, ours was December, wasn't it? 2020.
Yeah. December 2020. Yeah. So and here we are now, 4.5 years later.
Still going, just physically, that is. Sorry, getting me digs in while I can. So with the podcasts that you're going on, are you said some are pre-recorded, some live?
All pre-recorded, I think. Yeah, the ones that we've been on are pre-recorded. Yeah.
So, what do you prefer, live or pre-record, or do you not care?
Not fussed, really. Not fussed. No.
I like the interactiveness of doing it live. Like reading the comments and stuff is good thing about it.
Yeah. That's the thing with the pre-recorded. You don't get any opportunity to really get any kind of feedback. Nobody really gives a lot of feedback. So we get like a couple of people that will message us and say, "Oh, these are my thoughts on the episode," and this is my thoughts on the subject. But no, we don't get any kind of real interaction with people. So it's very difficult to gauge. And I think the pre-recorded stuff is very difficult to gauge what topic is landing better with people. We get the stats, obviously, but it's difficult to know to sort of make any sort of fast changes.
Yeah, that's what I find, because with this, after the show, I'll download the audio, then re-upload it onto Podbean for the podcast. And like you said, other than stats as to how many people download it in the first, I think you get the first day, the first week, and the first month, and then it just all blends into one. So other than that, you don't really get anything other than the countries that it goes out to. But on the podcast, they've got 16 different countries listening. So including Russia, of all places.
Nice. We went through a point a couple of years ago where we'd hit somebody in every state in America would listen to us.
Yeah.
So we managed to tick off all that. And then we launched in the Indian podcast called Ghana. It's like a podcast thing, a bit like Apple. And they become like a second and third sort of most listened to country. Sort of overnight. Mad. And we're at like over 60 odd 70 countries that listen. Somebody in one of those countries has at least listened to us once. So it's quite nice to see on the map.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
So with all the platforms that you're on, we are going to go into the paranormal in a minute. I just want to get your take on like the social media side to it. What would you say is, for you guys, what is the best platform that you use and what's the worst?
I'd say now it's TikTok. I think since we've kind of been focusing on it, we've been doing lives most weeks that go really well, doing his daily stuff. We seem to get more traction on TikTok than anywhere else. And like on Facebook, we put a video up, and we've got like thousands of people that follow us and like us on Facebook. After a week, look at the stats for a video, and it'd be like, this was shown to like 7 people. It's like, oh, we have 2,000 people following us, but you're only actually showing it to 7 people or 14 people. So it's like, so what's Facebook actually doing?
I don't get
focus on TikTok more now is probably better.
Yeah. What do you think of Instagram?
We don't really do a lot of Instagram.
I forget about Instagram.
We cross-post. We cross-post from Facebook on that Meta Business Suite.
Just
so that will cross-post it. But and then half the time the videos are not the same ratio, like the height ratio.
Yeah, you've got to change it, haven't you?
It's fucking bullshit. So you have to upload it as a reel, then it'll push it across to Instagram. But then there's like loads of people follow us on Instagram, but it's not where the interaction is. Like Ash said, we get more views for our videos on TikTok than we do
comments, shares,
everything. See, I've gone the other way. I've even deleted TikTok. I've still got the account because I can't actually delete it. I've just deleted it off my phone or logged out of it and started using Instagram, not just because of the bench guy thing, but the Alienate UK. I'm putting more on that than anything else. And like you said, you're crossing it from Facebook to Instagram and back again because it's all linked together. It just seems, for me, Instagram at the moment just seems to be working better than TikTok. TikTok just seems to just die on its ass a little bit.
But then you've got YouTube Shorts, which is similar to like TikTok, and then it's just anything where there's a fast, paced
20,
into
20 seconds to a minute long video. That's it. It's what people want.
Yeah. Not even that. Like I see the kids and they're just like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
I know. I'll tell you now, this is how ridiculous it is. And Eric Mintle put something on the other day. He did some investigation shot or something and he got 7 views. He put one of him and his dog watching TV and he got something like 2,000 views. Right? I did one of the dog, Bruno, just running around the field. Yeah. In 2 days, it got 1.8 thousand views. Right?
Mad, isn't it?
And then I did one of a mist going across in front of a tree at the church ruins in Northampton. 91 views. It's paranormal. It's a paranormal channel. Yet you prefer 2,000 people prefer a dog to some solid myths that no one can explain. I don't get it. I just don't.
But then you look at. We've had this conversation before that you look at some paranormal accounts on TikTok, the fake stuff, and social media, they're fake stuff, and then they get millions of views, and then the real stuff, as real as the genuine stuff that people are not watching. It's weird. It's weird. And then another good thing is it's called rage bait as well. Rage bait. Have you heard of that?
No.
So you put shit up on TikTok or wherever that's blatantly false. And the purpose is to get the algorithms and people arguing with you in the comments. Because as soon as that happens, the algorithm goes, oh, there's conflicting review, conflicting comments. There's a lot of engagement. Boom, it goes up. So there's a lot of accounts that just rage bait, which is a new term.
See, I did that a while ago on TikTok. I did prove to me the Earth is flat. Then in the second part of the same video, prove to me the Earth is round. And it had something like 6,000-7,000 views, and everyone went off there. No, honestly, it was just madness.
Yeah.
How can we prove it? We can't get up into. Oh, I know you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't prove it. This is the whole point of what I'm saying. And then, have you been able to go up into outer space and have a look? No, I won't be putting this up now, would I? I'd be an astronaut.
So Sarah's put a comment. It was one that we watched. There was someone curling their hair wrong on a video.
What?
Or it was it might have been a live. They were going like this and couldn't do their hair properly. And there's just people going, "Are you fucking stupid? You just got to do it the other way." And then they're just doing it to get people to comment on how badly they're doing because the engagement pushes the viewership up.
So people like to.
They do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose because people will go on there and say, "That is not how you do it, you stupid ass."
Yeah.
And then other people just comments just abusing the person. They're loving it because they're going, "Oh, I'm just going to do it like this, but why is it not working?"
Well, they get paid, and if they're getting enough viewers, over 1,000, then they get paid for it. Oh, it's only a few.
But then,
But
then the thing is that you can look at these TikTok accounts in particular, and look at the amount of likes someone's got, the amount of followers they've got, and then look at the amount of views they get. And it shows a very interesting picture as to whether or not they bought those followers, because they might have 10, 12,000 followers, but they might only get 500 views on a video.
Yeah. See, I know. Well, I've worked out there are some people I know of. I'm obviously not going to name names. Blatantly have paid for their YouTube followers because it's exactly say 7,000 or 10,000. It's not like I've got 1,588. Yeah, and it shows you that when you click on when you go on the channel, it shows you exactly how many there are. But blatantly, these people have put that on there, and there's one that had exactly 10,000 to the dot, and then he's put a video up 3 days later, 77 views. Well, what about the other 9,000 and whatever?
There is an account on you. There's an account on Facebook. They've got 2.8 million followers, and they sometimes they'll get into the hundreds of thousands of views, but a lot of the time it's tens of thousands. And you're like, if you've got 2.8 million followers, how are you only getting 10,000, 20,000 views on your videos? Just seems weird.
Yeah. That's why it's got to be organic. It has to be.
I'll name them afterwards, guys.
Yes.
Sarah knows who it is.
Please do.
I've been banned from their channel during furlough and not furlough. I wasn't on furlough, just to clarify.
Are they based in the UK?
During that, yeah. They're based in Britain. They're based in Britain.
Okay, so it's either Ireland, Scotland, or Wales.
No. Close to Britain. I'll say it. I don't care.
Go on.
Goes to Britain.
Oh, yeah. You messaged me the other day. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
that was it. Yeah. Went off on one. Like, what the fuck? I've done his share a video because I thought it was good.
Then Andy gets abuse from me on it.
Yeah. I was expecting him to knock on the door. Fucking delete that shit now.
Is that the one with the car where it's like a video of the road?
The one between South
Manchester. I'm looking for it. I couldn't even.
Sheffield. It's on that near where the steelworks is. I can't remember. And there's that monk at the side of the road. But then someone commented, and some guy come forward and actually admitted he did it for a laugh. But I know Steve Mayer and a few others went up and investigated that for months and months. And then this guy comes forward and goes, yeah, it was me. I was fucking about. So,
but so I'll get it off my chest now. That account on Facebook, they put a video up by the sea, and it said, "Sea monster attacks boat."
Yeah,
there's a video of him going, "Look, this boat is being attacked by a sea monster," and it was this boat just traveling across this little bay. He's going, "I can't believe this boat is being attacked by a sea monster." I'm watching it, like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah. But then people watch it and they'll go, great video.
I've stopped commenting on it now because I'm not giving you the traction that you were looking for.
But people will put great video.
And then I report it. I report it as spam.
Total arsehole,
information. Oh,
yeah. If you're going to do it, you might as well go the all log.
I'm that point in my life, mate.
Better not cross Greg. We're doomed.
I will report you to Meta.
Yeah, won't be the first, won't be the last. So
they're probably rage baiting me.
Yeah,
because they know fucking assholes.
So what? But then they shouldn't be doing anything wrong. But it's people like that ruin it for us that are trying to be genuine about it. Well, we are being genuine about it. We're trying to get real evidence.
They banned me during lockdown for calling them out, for going out during lockdown.
Oh my
God.
On
the right for, like the early days when you would look out your window and you'd see your neighbour out for like more than 5 minutes and you'd be like, fuck it, is that the police? My fucking neighbour I've known for 50 years and it's my best mate is out.
Let's stop him. Yeah.
But they were doing that. And I called him out on it and I got banned.
Oh my God.
Certain people wind me up.
Yeah.
And there's certain Facebook groups that my lovely girlfriend is an admin on, and I'm regularly known on there for reporting videos.
Ooh.
On the Para-Unity community. I will not have it.
No.
Fucks me off.
I've noticed there was a few videos popping up, and it's like, this has been taken down. Our Emerid comment.
I'm not all of them. I'm not all of them.
No.
But I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I just can't be asked reporting anyone. If anyone put them on Alienate UK, I just take them. I just delete them. But I've got 200 mods and admins that do that anyway.
When I'm getting to 6 weeks off work now.
Yeah.
It gets
Is
to a
this
point where I've got to fill my time.
100% toxic to everything. Just do not care.
Yeah. Don't care.
So,
anyone hates me.
Ash, if he phones you and you don't answer, you know you're next on his hit list, don't you?
Dear. I will calm down again. I need to.
Yeah.
When I'm around Sarah, I calm down. So.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I've got a question for both of you. I'm just going to ask you. I'm guessing Greg's just going to be point blank and tell me whether he will or not. I'm thinking, because I spoke to Ash about this a while ago, and our Dave Hodrian does BUFOG. I was thinking of starting NUFOG, Northampton UFO group, because there's nothing around it. There's a lot of paranormal groups and people going investigating the urbexes and all that. Would you guys be interested in helping me set it up and get it going and be part of it? Oh,
yeah.
We're expecting that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, obviously, this is something we could discuss separately. But at UFO Identified, we're kind of expanding and creating kind of UFO Identified teams and groups around the UK.
Got you.
So we've got a Southeast, we've got a team up in Hull, got a team down in Wolverhampton. Currently building a team in Scotland. That would be coming very soon. So you mentioned earlier.
Unique.
So,
don't tell anyone.
So, yeah, I mean, that's something we could do under the UFO Identified banner.
Well, I didn't do it on air to put you on the spot. I did it now because I'll forget. And it'll be weeks again before I remember. So if I don't say it now, I will. Honestly, I will forget. That's how bad my memory is. But because there's quite a lot of reports around you probably know around the Northampton area. I know people. Obviously, I know people that I know that either live nearby or that I work with have seen all different weird stuff. I've seen weird stuff. I've seen 2 blue orbs fly over, made no sound whatsoever. Half an hour later, they came back parallel to each other. Just 2 giant blue balls in the sky all lit up. That was 2019, 2020-ish, just before lockdown. So I know other people that have seen stuff. I've seen weird stuff in the sky that could it be, couldn't it be? There's no definite evidence as to what it was. So you just like knock it on the head, don't you?
What region is Northampton? Like southeast, southwest, east?
It's kind of East Midlands.
So
so Oxford's there, Northampton's there, Cambridge around there, Peterborough up there, then Suffolk and Norfolk, then Essex and London.
Yeah, Northampton's about an hour from Oxford, roughly.
Yeah, that's just down the A43.
Yeah.
Just seeing the other thing because I've not long updated the 2025 UFO database for the UK. Yeah, I was just quickly looking if we had anything around there reported, but we haven't.
Right, because as you know, I'm dropping Fridays as of the 18th of April, so I can go out and do more stuff. So I'm still going to do this podcast on a Wednesday, but I'm going to concentrate more on a Wednesday, and then when the guests come on, like yourself, I'm going to have better questions, more research, so I can get stuck in rather than because I've got Monday, Tuesday to get ready for Wednesday. Then I've got Thursday to get ready for Friday. Obviously, because the family and that, I need weekends and go out and do my own thing and what have you. Then I'm back in work, so I just don't get the time to do what I need to do in between it all. So with me not doing Fridays, I can go out investigating again. I'm not doing it on the live stream. I can pre-record, just get some footage. Like even if it's a short, might even go back on TikTok. Just do 20 minutes here and there. But then if I do like the UFO group, then I can have meetups. I know people that own and run pubs, so I've got places that I can go to meet up. There's a few people around Northampton. There's Nick Matty, lives down the road from me. You've got Tim Smith, the guy who did me tattoo. Adrian Perkin, the ghost detective, he lives down the road from me. So there's quite a lot in this area. And then Leicester's only 20, 25 minutes away. Like I said, Greg's only, an hour, 45 minutes, an hour away.
Well,
so
as the year progresses, I don't know how far it is from up north to down south.
2.5. Manchester's 2.5.
I'm a bit lower than Manchester.
Well, you're near Stoke, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably about an hour and a half-ish. I know, because we got family in Stoke, so when we drive up there, it's about an hour and 20 minutes. Which ain't too bad. So, yeah. So I was looking at setting that up, and then I can do that. Then if I can get a slot in a pub on a Friday, Saturdays, pissheads are in that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fridays, more people going in after work and more of a chill time. And the guy who was in the pub last night, actually, and the guy was saying that they do seance nights, psychic nights and all that, but they mainly do it on a Friday night than a Saturday.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Nice one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we would support. Definitely.
Thank you. Do appreciate it.
Definitely.
Like I said, I weren't putting you on the spot. I expected Greg to say something and it ended in off.
No, I'm all good.
Yeah. No, I'm only messing with you. Oh, sorry. But no, yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Fab.
Look, investigating. Where have you got planned to go this year that you can talk about? Even if you can't talk about it, just say it.
Well, yeah. Go on.
So for me, because we went up to Scotland for a week in October to film a documentary, which was amazing. Which, like with you, it's the whole editing phase now, which is the post production is just absolutely incredibly difficult, but we're working through it, and we just love that whole process of just going somewhere for an extended period of time and just doing it's like a 5-day paranormal investigation, and I'm filming it on. It was just such an amazing experience, and all of us, 3 of us, went up and UFO identified, and we were all just like, we need to do this again. Let's go back in the summer and kind of do a part 2 because what we did and what we uncovered left it quite open for a part 2. So we want to get back out to Scotland for a week again, probably in the summer, kind of record, try and get answers to the questions that we uncovered during the part 1. Because the documentary started off as one thing, it was going to be a UFO doc, and because we got a lot of sightings from around the kind of Edinburgh Central Belt, Glasgow to Edinburgh sort of belt, which is where we met up with Chris Meek and Mark Anderson, talking about some stuff up there. And he went from what was going to be a UFO documentary, investigating sort of why so many cases, because we get so many reported to us directly, because we're quite big in Scotland for some reason, UFO identified. More was in the Daily Record. It's on Howard Hughes' show a couple of years ago, talking about UFO sightings in Scotland and stuff. So I think we've got a big kind of, I think, rest in peace, Howard. And it's not a UFO doc, like I say, it just ended up morphing into something not what I expected whatsoever. And obviously we ran out of time. We were like, did not expect to go down this path that we went down. Something I'd never even thought of. I would ever even think about investigating him. Even though do all this weird stuff. When I was I did not think I'd be doing this at all. So now it's we need to go back and further explore what we've kind of started uncovering up there. So that's on the thingy for kind of like a long-term kind of investigation, but getting out more like places like Delamere, Cannock, doing more investigations in the basement because my building's been knocked down at some point.
What?
I don't know when. So the landlords got permission to went to the council back end of last year, and then they got approval to knock down the building and build 2 4-bedroom houses or something on the land.
You know, so, squatters' rights, don't you?
I will be staying here as long as I can. I will be exhausting all the avenues. Just sit here and until the courts come and pick me up and carry me out, whatever.
Chain yourself to everything. Whatever you need. Don't.
So it's kind of like an increased kind of need to get into the basement more and do as much.
I definitely have to come up to Manchester this week, and I'll glue myself to the wall if needed.
Yeah, and I'm thinking whether obviously if whatever's down there or in this building knows that it's going to be knocked down, that might stir something up, or if they go and tell them that it's going to be knocked down. So now it's like you might stir up some activity or something.
What if you go and say to this entity what's going to go on? You're going to have to be careful in case it thinks you're being a bit of a shit and causing it. Because you've already had, I'm going to put the photos up now because I did talk about them after you sent them to me. So for those who don't know, this is the one. So I don't mean to jump in, but it's just relevant to what we're talking about. Yeah. So this is when I was interviewing you in the basement one hour, and you're doing it through night vision, and then between like the 3 doors and where you stand in the middle, you're probably best at explaining than me. This happened.
Just about
you can still see him, can't you?
Knowing what you're looking for, you can see it a lot.
Yeah. So it's like it's like a V-shaped palm of the hand, and then 3 fingers with like spoon,
like bulbous fingertips.
Yeah. And when my cousin Andy took the photograph, we turned the lights on, took the photo. And then he sent it to me. I sent it to you, and we sat upstairs, like literally where you're sat now. And as I sent it to him, we're both looking at the photos. I'm on my phone, he's on his, and it just literally materialized as we're looking at it. You're like a Polaroid when you shake it, and then the picture starts coming through. That's what it did on a digital photo. And we're like, what? Because you said you felt like someone had pushed you in a bar or something, and someone walks past and you put their hand on the shoulder.
Like someone like sort of move you out of the way a little bit. It's like someone softly push me. Oh, it's right there. I'll keep hitting it. Yeah. Softly move me out of the way with the hand.
So I keep banging my head. Mine's up here. I've had to put it a bit higher. So if it sounds a bit tinny, because I'm fed up and knocking myself out. But then you sent me this probably a couple of months ago now.
There was just one on the window.
Yeah.
So we're doing a TikTok live, weren't we, Greg? And then we partners in the bedroom. And then he went, look at this. Sent me a picture of our window with on the left. And then looks like the 3 fingers.
It is exactly the same. Because you couldn't even make that with your finger. It'd be too prominent to go with the rest of the hand. So you compare that. I know you can't see that well. Just look for the dark smudges on Ash's shoulder. You can clearly see it, especially the one in the middle. And then it goes to like a V shape, like where your palm of your hand goes to your wrist. And then that.
So I left alive to see if it was on the inside or the outside of the window. I was like, I don't know which one would be creepier. It was on the inside.
Because are you 2 stories up, aren't
you? First floor.
Oh, floor.
Yeah, first floor.
Imagine if it was on the outside. I think that'd freak me out more.
That's weird, isn't it? It's like he's on the inside, but I think outside would be creepy. Someone's outside the window.
But then,
well, then that's been in my
something
bedroom.
Has been in your room to do that without being creepy, or whatever. Probably while you're asleep,
watching you.
But do you remember what you were telling me? Like, your flat, it's quite long, isn't it? So where you come up the stairs and you come back towards the living area, then you got the bathroom and the bedrooms and the kitchen. Didn't you say you thought Jamie was in the kitchen or something, or you go up in the night and you could hear someone walking about.
So a couple of times where because it's an old building, it's like 200 odd years old. It's very creaky, and the long corridor from here to the kitchen is probably about 20 feet.
3 miles.
It's quite long. And there's a couple of steps, like 2 steps down, and it's very creaky. And there's a very particular pattern of noise that you hear. So every time I walk down it 10 times a day, you hear the same pattern of walking. So I was in the kitchen doing the dishes or something, and I heard the pattern as if someone had walked from the top end of the corridor to the kitchen. So I was expecting Jamie, my partner, to be stood in the doorway. So I turned around. I was like, no one's there. And that, next to the kitchen is the bathroom. So maybe he's gone to the toilet, but no one's in the bathroom. So I walk out. It's still in bed. I was like, just come out. He's like, no, I've not been out of bed. There's been a couple of things where it's like, and the first thing that happened in the house was the bathroom door shaking, like someone trying to get in. When it was locked.
I remember you telling me that.
Probably like banging again, like someone trying to get in the bathroom door. It was locked, and I was in there. So there's only been, we've been here 4 years in April. There's only been a handful of things, but they've been quite prominent,
intense. Yeah,
things that have happened. Been a couple where when I've heard someone like stand behind me and stuff, but there's been no one.
Yeah, I think I'd be knocking it down myself. I wouldn't be waiting for the landlord. But that's the thing, because I was going to say when you said about it might spice things up a bit. Once it starts, because obviously with buildings getting revamped and that, apparently it stirs stuff up. So would you be able to come back afterwards or during the building process and see if anything's going on? Would he allow for you to do that?
Well, I keep my keys. I'm just going to the basement because the basement's separate in it to the actual.
Oh yeah, because you got to go around the back, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone has access to the basement. I'll just keep the key. I'll just copy it before I go back.
Just get a couple copied.
After 6 o'clock, there'll probably no builders here, so I'll just nip down.
I'd say 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was going to say, many builders,
like brothers are plasterer, and every time I phone him, it's like 2-3 o'clock. He's either at home or on his way home. So
someone's put in the comments, OGG saying I'd have moved out first thing. Like it's never the other stuff didn't bother me too much because I'm quite. I don't really get freaked out. I can be anywhere on my own in the middle of the night. Don't bother me. Something happens like really like bangs and stuff in the middle of the night, and I'm like, hello, it's like you can do it again. James like, shut up. I'm like, no, like do it again if you're there or whatever.
Well, it's like Sorry, I was just going to say, when me, you and Sober met up at Cannock at the pub, Sober went because he had work, I went because I had to get back home, and you're like, yeah, I'm going German cemetery. I'm like, on your own? Yeah. Like, are you fucking mad? He goes, oh, stuff like that doesn't bother me. What the hell? Okay.
Like, so none of that stuff's kind of...
I'm not even offering to come with you.
That stuff don't really bother me that much. But then this thing in the basement, when I got touched, like physically, thinking about something, and the hammer, because obviously we kind of always associated it to be like a ghost or a spirit if there was anything there. That's kind of what's been happening. But then to have something physically touch me in the basement after 2.5 years of living here, and to have that handprint, which looks like an alien handprint. And now I'm more like, what the fuck is in this building? Like, can we say it's a spirit? Is it an invisible alien? Is it a ghost of an alien? Is it just the entity pretending to be an alien? Like, there's something. So that's the only thing that made me really feel a bit like I don't actually know what I think about this because it's kind of escalated to the point where I've been physically touched, like moved out of the way by something.
I was there when it happened. And I was stood in front because I had the night vision goggles. I was holding them away from my face just so I could see what was going on and make sure I was picking the sound up and that. Because you thought you'd backed up into the
like a door frame or something.
Yeah.
It didn't even feel like that. So I was just trying to think something. I was like a spider might have landed on me.
Yeah.
It's but like a big ass spider.
But you can see, if you look in the top left, you can see the brickwork.
Yeah.
You can just see it. So that's like the doorway. So that's where you thought you'd backed up into.
That's a good
put the light
2
on,
feet away from it.
Yeah, at least 18 inches away from it. So
it's a hell of a place. Because at the end of a recording of a video we caught it on video, like a noise outside the room we were standing in the basement. So it's it's been kicking off for years since I came up the first time.
Yeah.
So I've been with you, been with Andy, been with the girls to investigate, and we've all had stuff happen and caught on camera. So it's quite good that we actually had like getting stuff happening when people.
But I love the fact that you will go Delamere Forest on your own. You'll go to the German cemetery at Cannock on your own. You hate going into your own basement where you live, whether it's with somebody else or not.
It just in the daytime, if we go check the electric meter or something, I run down and run back up. That's in the daytime with the lights on.
I shut so you don't see
just something about it. It's just such a. I don't know. It's just such a.
It's
whether
just
it's because it's my house, I don't know.
And it's difficult to describe to anybody who's not been in there what it's like in there with like weird outside windows and shit.
I didn't expect it to look anything like that, and it's got that bowl, that like wash bowl well type thing in the one under the other side flat on the right. As you walk in, it's on the right hand side at the front. That's weird, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I need to come up this week. So if you're going to be about, it'd be great.
I can make myself.
Are you guys okay for a break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? Do you want to have 5 minutes or
whatever you want? I'm happy with
it's
whatever you want to do.
Well, let's go. Let's head for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll wait. If you've got to go, I'll wait for you to come back, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I am wedged in.
Oh yeah, you can't move, can you?
I can at the moment. Monday, I won't be able to.
Monday, right? That's all right. Well, it's not for you, obviously.
Well, I'll have somebody caring for me, so we're all good.
There you go. I wonder who that somebody is.
She's not in the room at the moment, but
she's not. Begins with S and ends in Ara. Right, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Got a couple of questions for you, but if anyone else has got any more questions, we can do that, and then we'll go from there. All right. Perfect. So see you guys in about 3-4 minutes.
See you in a minute.
Yep, nice one. Bye.
Right. I'm just going to mute us and leave us on the screen. It's easier.
You're taking off with your teeth. I'm embarrassable.
And we are back.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to go off and do something, so that's why I had to do it for longer. So I started. Oh, flawless. Flawless as always.
I just wanted to add before we move on about the alien in the basement hand things. I didn't tell anyone for a few months. Only told, I think, Greg, Emma, and Sarah. I think that was it. It's only 2 or 3 people actually knew that had happened. I was like, I probably was like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't really want to. Because obviously, I was happy. Like, obviously, I know you talked to Paul and stuff about it. It was obviously all totally fine. I was like, because if someone told me that, I'd be like, fuck off. Like, you're like, you're into the paranormal and stuff, and more on the UFO side of things, and you happen to get touched by a ghost alien in your basement. It's like, fuck off. I'd be like, no way, this is real. Yeah, it's just one of them where I wouldn't believe it if someone told me it. So I've been the skeptic guy. It's like,
there was 3 of us there though to witness. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't see it happen, but there's no reason for Ash to lie or come out of it. And then for that print to be on the back of your top,
so then disappeared, wasn't there a few minutes later.
And then a few months later, the handprint on the window. Yeah. Rather you than me, mate. But no, definitely need to do. I think we need to do like sitting, just have an all-night party at your house before they knock it down.
Dirty protest. Yes.
Yeah. No, I think just sit there, a few candles, put the lights out. Yeah. I got some photos. You share them.
Bench phone.
KT meter, dowsing rods. Nothing. Not go over the top with the equipment, like loads of electrical stuff. More like back to basics. and just see if we get anything from that. Like pendulum or something. Chart, don't know.
Mm-hmm. Ouija board.
You up for, yeah, you up for it?
100%. Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get that sorted then. So
I've got a Ouija board that's also K2 meter.
What?
Let me show you it.
Now I'm intrigued.
So it's a Ouija board.
Oh,
hello.
With a built-in K2.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Custom made. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Homemade.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Where'd you get that from?
Not Boohoo. Beyond Our Ordinary. They called it.
Boohoo.com.
Nice.
That's like cool. 2-in-1 type of bit of kit.
The girls have got the tripwires
like
of theirs.
Yeah, they're all right if you don't put them on a roof. As long as you're not on top of a building and you forget they're there, you'll be fine. Or you don't forget that they're there. Yeah. Tripwires. Did you have tripwires?
It's a personal though.
No. So you know, obviously a tripwire. So you put it up, if anything hits it, it goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, don't use them on a roof. I was trying to be funny. So if you're on top of a roof and you set up a tripwire and you forget it's there, you're gone. Yeah, no. Moving on.
Infrared tripwires. Infrared tripwires.
Oh, not actual. No, I thought it was an actual wire. Because I know people that use them, the actual wire, and so they pin them down about 6-8 foot across, and as soon as something touches it, same sort of thing, it goes off.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that makes a joke funny, yeah.
No, it's just ruined it.
It makes a bit.
It's ruined it.
Now going back, I'm laughing in my head if that happens.
No. What? Because I don't believe you, basically. But anyway. Right. So, quickly moving on. Where would you like to go and investigate?
Ancient Ramin.
Ash?
There's also a new one that's come out that we all want to go to.
Oh.
Pendle Hill. The new My Haunted
project.
My Haunted Project, yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely want to go up there.
What's going on there? Because I've not heard of that.
So they've got the My Haunted Hotel.
Yes, one at Chester.
The one at Chester, the King's Head.
Yeah.
They've got one in America, My Haunted Manor.
Yeah.
They've also just taken over a property in Pendle, at the base of Pendle Hill somewhere, whereby strange occurrences happening in the previous owner's house, and they've set it up now like they have with My Haunted Hotel. So cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Small investigations, people going there. So yeah, they've had some weird stuff happen. They put a first episode up on YouTube at the weekend. So it was interesting to see. So that's and Pendle's obviously steeped in history.
Just a little bit. A few things went on back in the day.
Yeah.
And the previous owners just like literally upped and left because they had enough of everything that was going on. It's like a 400-year-old farmhouse that it is. It's a building. So that's pretty cool. And like I say, it's literally on Pendle Hill, so it's like
I've only ever been up there once, and it was about 30 years ago.
Never been.
So, have you not?
No.
I thought
out of my sort of catchment area. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
down in Oxford, it's a bit far.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury Prison as well. I've heard good things about that. The girls went there.
The one
weekend
the
or
other
two
week.
ago.
Yeah.
So, and they had some good stuff there. So, Yeah.
What place I do want to go? I don't think you can private hire it though. Is the underground nuclear bunker?
One in Essex.
No, there's one in
Mill Street Barracks
near Crewe or Nantwich, Hackney nuclear bunker, and they open it up for like paranormal investigations and stuff.
There's one in Manchester.
Is there? Isn't it like one? It's not
Keighley Streets again.
There's one near
there is a sign.
Worsley Hall.
There's a signpost near between Manchester and here, and it says secret bunker.
Yeah, that's the one.
And signpost.
Near Nantwich, I think it is. The one I'm thinking of. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Weirdly.
Yeah. Og's just put there's one in Rendlesham, but it's getting to it. So we found last time we went to Rendlesham, they've got some big round concrete slabs that are fixed down with crossover metal straps. Like saying, like, do not try and get down. But that was the access point because they've got a railroad underneath what they use for moving the nuclear warheads from one place to the other without being seen.
Oh, okay.
So I think sledgehammer. Next time we go, and see what happens. No, I'm messing with sledgehammer. Let someone else take that. I'll just climb down.
It was already like that, officer.
Yeah, nothing. Check for fingerprints. Nothing to do with me.
But yeah, Ancient Ramin is one place that is the only place I've been sort of petrified of when I've been there.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go there, and it'd be good. I think me and Ash to go there and do the podcast, even with the girls. I know the girls want to go.
Yeah.
So, but Pendle will be good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But what's your thought then on a lot of these restaurants, pubs, hotels, and that saying that they're haunted? I'm not saying they're not haunted, but do you think they're doing it to get more business, or do you think it's genuine?
Based on we started and we got partway through Scotland and the north of England doing like a haunted pub crawl where we done like short episodes where we would talk about different pub and like the mysterious things that have been happening in a pub.
We're about 50 episodes, haven't we? We've done.
And there's a lot of haunted like activity and paranormal activity in a lot of pubs. I think because certainly the older pubs, because they've got such a rich history, and you think back before like Sky TV and all that shit, people used to go to the pub. That's where all your entertainment was. That was your meeting point. So why wouldn't it? And there's a lot of obviously like trauma happens in pubs back in the old days where people resolve disputes themselves. A lot of hangings, public hangings, a lot of haunted toilets, So
a lot of these pubs are like 1,000 years old, like crazy old, like public houses and inns and stuff that have been used for literally 1,000 years. Crazy to think like this was still a pub 1,000 years ago. What life?
Well, the pub near us that we was in the other night, we was chatting to a guy, and he was saying there's a certain point in the gents' toilet, and it's like colder than anywhere else, and nobody likes going into that part. It's like, I don't know if it's a urinal there or a toilet or whatever, but it gets avoided like the plague. Just this one bit. And he said, like, if you're in there on your own, it feels like there's someone or something watching you.
Mad. Yeah.
And my kind of first experience was in a pub. That kind of, because I was always UFOs.
Yeah.
And then I was always had an interest in other stuff, but not really that thingy on it. But then this experience I had in a pub made me like know that there's something else. And that kind of driven the more paranormal side of the interest. Then after that happened, then I was in a pub. So it's like, to me there is stuff. I mean, obviously a lot of it will be told. I mean, I work for a big pub chain, and we have a lot of the most haunted pub. There's so many claims for the most haunted pub in Britain.
God! When we were doing the episode, every pub was.
Yeah, I was just going to say the most of the pubs you go to, the most haunted pub in Britain. I've been in about 5 of them. They all claim for the same thing. It's like I've not seen.
There's more than that.
Them,
There's definitely more than that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It was about 1,000, didn't there?
Yeah, there used to be a pub outside Abingdon in Oxfordshire. And the road sign, it says at the bottom, it's got like local car scales, garden, and it says friendly ghost.
Oh.
Well, so I don't know.
Yeah. I know there's one over in Belmont, Rivington, called the Black Dog, and it's supposed. I know people that used to go drinking there because near where I used to work, and they said it is haunted by small, like Labrador black lab. Been in there, but never seen anything. But it's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got a couple of questions for you. So both from Og, and have you thought about doing a live in Ash's attic basement?
Gotta say, yeah, we don't have an attic, or at least I can't have access to it. There's like 3 floors of apartments. Basement, yeah, we did try, didn't we? Do a TikTok live, but it was just the signal was quite spotty. Because the walls are that thick as well down there. It's literally like the walls are like this thick.
But then you like your feet are like what 6-8 foot below ground level anyway, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not the best place. Wi-Fi boost or something. I don't know how. To do it to get a live.
Yeah, you've got plug sockets down there, haven't you? You could plug one in there.
Where all the electric meters are, I think there will be a plug socket.
Just wire it up, you'll be fine. See what happens.
But yeah, no, definitely we do want to do more.
Shocking. Yeah. Sorry. I apologise for that last joke. That was the worst one yet. Right. Next question from Og is: have you ever investigated abandoned houses? You ever done urbexing?
I haven't. No.
Oh
no.
Would you, if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, definitely.
So I almost did when I was on holidays in Tenerife, near to the port. It's called, I think you put in like Haunted Hotel Tenerife, it comes up. And I think it was a hotel. It never got finished. So it's this big, massive structure, and it's like a Y-shaped type of thing.
Yeah.
And all these rooms and all these stairs and stuff. And that's called this haunted place. And we're on the way to go there to visit, because we had an overnight stay in the cruise port. I was like, don't need to be back. We've got time to get to this place and come back. It ended up not working out. I always says like the police come, we just say, "Oh, sorry," and I just let you off. You're not supposed to be there, obviously, but definitely something I want to do. I have been in abandoned pubs and stuff, but not to investigate, just have a look around. I think going in cellars and stuff's pretty cool, but not actually investigating.
Yeah, there's quite a few abandoned houses around Northampton, and I'm like, do we go in? No, in my luck, could either get trapped or arrested or both. So I'm like, there's not really that many people that will want to go and do it. They're like, you can't go in there. No, it's not can't. You're not supposed to go in there. There's a difference.
Yeah, so, it's a grey area.
Yeah, and I'd rather not do it on my own in case something does happen.
Yeah,
obviously it's not worth the risk, but
yeah, I'm down for that. I know somebody sat opposite me probably would be as well.
Yeah, there's one. It's a massive mansion, and I went round into the back garden. We went again during lockdown, and this guy had a thing called Northampton Walks, and he put all these walks, and he tell you like points of the walk, so you use on the right track. Anyway, there's one. It's a massive house. It's got all garages and stables and that in the back. We went round the back of that, and I'm looking where these garages are and all these bushes, and I'm like, if there's a dogman round here, that's where he'd live. That was all I could think. Nothing else other than that. It's like, but there's no way getting in the house. It still had the alarm on it. It's working. You could see the IRs flashing inside and what have you. So it's like, it's not worth it because it's only a little village, but all the houses were right next to this house. So it's not like you could have got in and not made any noise. So we just didn't bother.
A lot of nosy neighbours that were just...
Yeah.
cold place to see someone hanging around.
Probably had shotguns as well, because there's a lot of farms around that area.
Yeah.
Oh, we thought it was a ghost. Well, it is now. Well, yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely, I'd be up for that. I'd be up for that.
Cool. 100%. Yeah, so I'll mark some places down and send them across to you then.
Mm-hmm.
See what we can come up with.
I'm sure Sarah's got a load already earmarked, so we'll have to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. So, what? I know I've asked you guys this question before, but it still intrigues me. What do you think, if there is one, the connection is between all paranormal? I'm talking cryptids, not talking big cats. I'm talking like supernatural side stuff. Do you think there is a connection, or do you think it's all little separate things that just happen to be going on at the same time?
Good question. Now, if you'd have asked me that 4 years ago, I'd have said all separate, no relation to each other at all.
Right.
But as we move forward through all the episodes and all the people we've spoken to in the podcast, it's become clear to me, and I know to Ash as well, that there is more of a connection than I think people realise. We've got people who have UFO experiences, for example.
Yeah.
A lot of those people who have had multiple UFO experiences throughout their life have also had some kind of poltergeist activity early on in life, or some kind of spiritual activity whilst they were growing up, or appears to, according to them. So there does seem to be some kind, whether or not it's the fact that they're all blend in and they're all part of the same thing, or whether it's just that person is more open to having experiences of a paranormal nature. But there are like UFO hotspots where cryptids are seen a lot, which when there's a lot of UFO activity, people have spiritual or like paranormal activity as well. So it seems, whether or not it's the place or the person, but it does appear that they're more connected than I think they're not connected.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ash?
Yeah, so similarly for me, what kind of cemented it a little bit for me is we went Delamere Forest filming with Danny Moss for an episode of the private Paranormal Investigator, and the episode was around CE5, and we did a CE5 session and filmed it in the middle of Delamere Forest one night. And like with kind of CE5, you're doing a meditation, you're calling out, you're projecting that you're there, and that you're asking whoever they are in the sky to show themselves to you, to let us know that they're there in the sky. And then when you're doing the ghost investigation, you're kind of doing the same thing. You're asking for them to show themselves or to let you know that they're there. So it's like, could these not be the same thing? We just sort of seen them in a different way. Like, we're both asking them to show themselves to let us know that they're there. Why is like a knock on the wall in a house, or seeing a shadow apparition walk past the corridor in the haunted house? Why could that not be the same thing as one of these lights appearing in the sky once you ask it to show itself? How do you know that's not the same kind of, whatever it is, whatever that phenomenon is, how do you know that's not the same phenomenon? Just showing itself in the way that you're asking it to. So that kind of that kind of spark in my head at that point. I thought, we're doing the same thing, we're just asking a different direction, basically.
Yeah. But do you not think that with what you encountered in your flat, what's gone on, where you thought you was connected with spirits, and that not definitive proof, but it is pretty decent proof that this handprint has happened twice, once on your back, once on the window, that they're not actually spirits, and it is just alien beings?
Or is it an entity knowing that I'm more into aliens?
It can,
or showing themselves in that way to me?
Yeah, well, that was the next
bit I was going to say. Might get my attention a bit more.
Yeah.
She's definitely made me question a lot more than had it just been like a normal hand, or I mean, I could have been anyone's hand on my back if that's like a human hand.
Yeah.
But with it being this weird 3-fingered bulbous fingers
triangle,
thing.
yeah, and then that on the window, just that for me, that confirmed it. So, what if they're like Sarah's put in the chat as well? I'll put this up in a minute. That it could all be the same thing, and it's just projecting itself as these different things suited to the person. It's like you're on. It's like you get a notification for Google Ads. What do you want? Do you want them personalized or not? It's the same. It's like Paranormal Ads. Do you want it personalized or just want any old random shit? But it's that. But basically, that's what it is, though, isn't it? It's like what you want, what you're looking for. Like everyone says, if you're looking for something in particular, you are going to see that. You are going to find that. If you want to see demons, it's going to be demons. If it's aliens, it's going to be aliens. If it's spirits, it's going to be spirits. But this is the one that Sarah put up, is what if we are the energy source to these things, and that's why they all show themselves to us. So if we're giving off the right kind of energy, then they can connect with us, and that's why we see them. You have, whether it's regardless of negative or positive energy, whatever you're giving out, if they can connect to that, then that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, maybe it's a good point, and that would also cover off that some people see more activity than other people. Some people just don't see anything, and then other people see lots of stuff. And is it so? For example, say the girls, when they go investigating, they have a different energy to some of the other teams that go investigating, and they get different activity to everybody else. So is it that the energy we give out sort of breeds the type of activity they're going to show us?
Yeah.
So
then that leads on to, are we manifesting it? You want to see that, so you're seeing it. Not quite same as what Sarah said, we're the energy that they need to connect, but we're manifesting it because that's what we want. It's like you want to have a piece of toast, so you'll go in and you'll make some toast, or you want a bacon butty, you'll go in and do that. I know that's more physical, but if you want it, you'll go and get it if you can. So why can't your mind's energy work exactly the same way as that? If you want that, you can create it. I'm not saying it is that, it's just art.
There are people that have manifested poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
So people somebody mentioned in the chat about the skull experiment and similar type thing. But there was another case where there was this entity that came about because these people were manifesting it themselves. It's like when you think, I haven't spoke to such and such for ages, then all of a sudden the phone goes off and it's them.
Yeah.
Like I had a really weird experience, and just before I sold my previous house, so just before the summer last year, and long story short, my nan passed away and years ago, and when she died, the whole family fell apart. It all resulted money broke up the family, as money's the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Anyway, my uncle stopped talking to me and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to move the house. I've got a plaque from my dad. My dad died when I was young. I was a teenager. So I've got his plaque from the cemetery, from the crematorium.
Yeah.
So that comes around with me to where I live, and I was cleaning it off, and I never talked to it.
Right.
The plaque when I was cleaning it off. I said, "Look, Dad, I don't know what's going on. Uncle John, I grew up with him. He's only a few years older than me." I said, "Nobody's speaking to me. I don't know what to do." I said, "I've sent him a message. I sent my uncle a text message a few days before, first time in years. I sent him a text, say, how's things?
Yeah.
Nothing. And then that was 5 days prior to me saying this to the plaque. 9 minutes later, my phone goes off with a response from my uncle. After me saying to my dad, whatever you want to call it, what am I supposed to do? If not, what am I supposed to do? And literally 9 minutes later, my phone went off. After 5 days and years of not speaking to my uncle. Super weird. Super weird.
Yeah.
So
there's too.
So you kind of do you manifest stuff, or do you open yourself up at certain points to allow things to happen?
If you're manifesting, as soon as you start the manifestation process, you've opened yourself straight away because you're wanting it. You may as well go, here I am, come and get me. That's what it is, though. If you think about it, as soon as I want to do blah blah blah, so you start doing the mind stuff, mind speak, and all that, or out loud. I don't know, different people do it different ways. But the moment you start doing that, you're open to it because you're wanting it.
Yeah, and is that what you're doing when you're doing CE5? When you're doing like the calling out to spirits? You manifest people into your life that you want.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like you got this whole CE5 thing. Like Ash said, you're calling out and saying, "Contact me, show me yourself." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You say it to spirits, and you say on a paranormal investigation, "If you're in the room, let me know." You're essentially trying to manifest that communication. Sarah obviously manifested me. Apparently.
You meant Greg's, not Greg. Sorry, couldn't resist.
She actually texted me that, which is why I was laughing just before that. So yeah, is it kind of you do that for the spirits, the entities or whatever? And it's interesting because we spoke to a guy a couple of years ago, and we were talking about angels. And fallen angels and demons, and he was saying that some of these fallen angels and demons are actually grey aliens.
Yep, I believe that.
So is it all part of the same thing? And then you get people that say do DMT, for example. They see a particular type of entity.
Yes.
And everybody that does DMT has a similar experience with similar entities. So
is that opening a realm to just them?
Yeah.
Their plane, where they are?
Yeah.
I'll let you know next year after I've done it at some point this year. So
very good.
That's all I'm going to say.
You go Mexico or something?
I'm going to America. I've got a couple of trips to America this year, next year. So that's part of my plan while I'm there.
Very good. Very good.
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, but it's like it is the intent. I say this every single time I do the podcast: intent and manifestation. You are opening yourself up, and it's like you're becoming a host for whatever it is you're trying to make. But regardless of what it is you're trying to contact, whatever this energy is going to use you and say I am, or not say I am this, but you know what I mean. It's if it shows itself as a grey, you're going to believe it's a grey. If it shows itself as a pixie, if it shows itself as a grey lady, do you know what I mean? It's whether it has the ability to shapeshift like that. We don't know, do we? But there's got to be something to it like that. Or none of this would make any sense.
Do you ever watch Red Dwarf?
The TV show? Yeah.
There was an entity on there on one of the episodes, and it showed itself to what the other person wanted to see.
To each
Do you remember
one.
that?
Yeah.
And it showed different.
Yes. And that was because they picked it up, didn't they? And they couldn't see where it was. and then it'd show itself to Lister and Rimmer and Cat and all them. Yeah. Yep. So, but why is that not possible?
Maybe it is. Maybe it's what they're doing.
And then going back to what Sarah said, when we go out, we're creating this energy for them to make that connection.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense, I think, than a lot of other stuff that people talk about.
Yeah, it's definitely a good theory. Definitely.
Yeah. But then you're going to get the flip side to that. If you're trying to connect with something in particular, that entity might think, no, you're not the right sort of energy for me. And that's why sometimes you'll go out, do an investigation or whatever, and you don't get anything. Because it's that one thing isn't going to stay there all the time waiting for the next investigation group to turn up, are they?
No, exactly.
So,
I see there was a question from Og in there. Do Ash or Greg carry protection or cleanse afterwards? Depends what I'm doing. But no.
Sorry. I don't. The only thing I carry this around me most of the time, a bit of amethyst, but that's not too big on that kind of crystals and stuff. Or kind of the people say people like to kind of prepare the area and then clean it afterwards and stuff.
Oh, no. Too much.
That's not something. Yeah, not something that I've done. I do carry amethyst with me everywhere, especially
time for that.
Well, it's like I was speaking to Neil Packer. I mean, is it Neil Packer? He's got the Parameet. He's got the antique shop in Hinckley, and I said about cleansing that. He goes, "Why would you want to cleanse? Because you cleanse it, there's going to be nothing there for when the next group people come in. You don't want it cleansed. You want them spirits to stay there to feel comfortable. Spirit, whatever they are, we'll use the word spirits. So you don't want people to go in and burning sage and putting salt down and all that kind of stuff, flicking holy water about. You want them to stay there because that's where they are. They're there for a reason. So as long as you make sure that you and your group are going to be all right, that's it. I take obsidian. I've got a flat piece of obsidian, and that's it. And then at the end of the night, I'll go, don't bother following me home because you're not welcome. This is where you belong. I'm going home. See you later. That's basically it. That's my protection.
I don't say a prayer before or afterwards or anything.
Well, the thing is, I'm not religious, so there's no point in doing it.
So, just to clarify, I do have crystals that my kind better half has given me, and I'm still learning what they mean for me.
Yes.
So I need to cleanse my crystals to understand them better.
Yes.
This all new to me. Crystals.
You'll get there.
It's not really a thing I've been into, but I'm getting there.
Cool. Right. Well,
Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Of appreciation. Yeah. Right. Well, we are coming up to the end of the show only because I messed up and we did about 5-10 minutes and I've not even pressed go live. So I do apologise for that. But massive thank you for you both coming on. Absolute pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's always good fun.
Yep.
Yes.
Anytime.
I didn't ask a question. Right. Last question. Nicole, that normally reminds me of this. I'll just put it in. Right. So this is for both of you. If both or either of you was to find out exactly what the paranormal was about, if it is or isn't connected, what spirits are, where they go, why they're not always about, what cryptids are, where UFOs are, all that kind of stuff, would you want to know? But once you find out, there's no point doing any of this because you know all the answers. There's no mystery. There's no enigma about it anymore.
Yes, I'd want to know. and then I would absolutely rinse social media.
Destroy it for everyone else.
Well, no, I would, if I knew what it was, then I could go to these places and I could get the evidence and become this more of a great person in the paranormal UFO field. Do you know what I mean? You could go out there and be more of an advocate because you know exactly what it is. With conviction, and you just like you turn into like a Stephen Greer or something like that, and just become absolutely focused on this is what it is, and try and convert as many people as you could.
You know, you're the first person to give an answer like that that's kind of convinced me. Ooh, you might be onto something there.
Yeah,
I'm completely against it because I like the chasing, and do you know what I mean?
But wouldn't it be a different kind of chase? You're then pushing. So if you believe what Lou Elizondo and all of that claim to know, but they can't say, you're essentially becoming that person. But you know, and you can say, and you've got to just try and convince people.
Yeah, I suppose. Ash?
So I'm going to answer in a different way, to a slightly different question. So along the same lines, I did a talk in North Wales a couple of years ago. And I did a little Q&A at the end. And one of the questions someone asked was, if we got this disclosure, and we knew what, because it was a UFO presentation, and we knew what everything was with UAP, we knew what the truth was, how would that kind of affect your work and what you do? And my answer, after I thought about it for a minute, was like it wouldn't really change, because what we do a lot of work with witnesses and experiences, and we give a platform and a place where people can come and meet together and talk about this stuff and share their experiences. And there's people that have had experiences that do have trauma and do have real life like pain and stuff that's come as a result of their experiences, whether it happened exactly like that or whatever what happened in these experiences did happen to them, and they have that trauma as a result of that. And you can't go to a doctor and say, like, I've got this trauma because I was abducted. You're more likely to get sectioned, rather than if you get like assaulted, you can go to a doctor and there's help for that. There's no help if you're saying I saw a UFO or had this close encounter, there's no help for you to do that. So what we do in our meetups and our groups and our community events is a place for people to go to talk about it and to share it, and where they haven't before. So that side of it, like when I thought about it, it's like I wouldn't change what we do. We'll still be there for the witnesses. We still be there for the experiences. We still give people that place, that safe place, that platform, that shoulder to cry on. We'll still be doing that regardless of what happens in the bigger picture. I will still do what we do now at UFO Identified.
We'd mentioned this. We mentioned this on a previous podcast. So to jump in, that if disclosure happens, that's all well and good. But there's a leap between those things in the sky are real to there's people being abducted by aliens or entities. There's people having all these like massively life-changing experiences. But that's a whole nother leap of disclosure. So disclosure, the disclosure that we'll get is they're real and they're piloted by some entity. But we're not going to cover off the fact that people are being taken sometimes daily. And like Ash said, it wouldn't change the stuff he does, because that kind of disclosure is never going to happen. They're never going to go, people are being fucking taken, experimented on throughout their whole life, and we can't do anything to stop it.
No. Well, I'm not disappointed with your answer. I'm gutted because I thought you'd be like on like Team Andy with it and not Team Nicole. But then I'm impressed because it's like, do you know what? They're actually onto something there. It makes a lot of sense. So I appreciate your answers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Just before we go, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to say, but I don't want an answer now. This is a question for you to think about, and then we can do like a little video and we'll put it up as a short with the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So UFOs, if they are handmade, so to speak, and you've got these like 3-4 football pitches long. Who makes them? Who repairs them? Who, where, why, and when is all this done? How were they created? That's it.
Okay.
Some they've got to be made somewhere. They've got to be manufactured. Where is it done, and how is it done?
I genuinely don't think that they're repaired anywhere. Because
you're not allowed to answer, Greg. You
can't answer. You just got to think about it.
Oh,
so
okay.
One of my thoughts is, could that be what Antarctica's about? Is that where they go in and come out of? Possibility. Or are they done in another realm or another planet, if that's a thing, where the gravity is a lot less than what we've got, so they're able to levitate them and build them so they're weightless. So when they're building them that big, it doesn't matter, because you look at the size of submarines, ships, the ships that carry containers, like down at Felixstowe, they're humongous, they're massive. I'm not talking a cruise liner. These are like 10 times bigger than one of them. They're built in boat yards, obviously big boat yards. But I've been to Camel Laird up in Birkenhead years ago when they used to make the submarines, and it was absolutely the first nuclear, well, the only nuclear submarine I'd ever seen. It was massive. So if they can build them, and they've got the technology to build these other things, where are they built? Which leads me to the second part of the question. What if it's us that have the tech that these other aliens want, and that's why they keep coming to Earth to try and get tech from us, and it's not the other way around? They're not coming here to show us the tech. That's why there's a few UFO crashes, because they're trying to get here, like Roswell, still one I can think of, but Roswell, like where it crashed. What if they was trying to get the information from us to create better craft? And again, we're being lied to that we don't have the tech to produce this. That would make a lot more sense, I think, in my opinion, than we're getting the tech from them. You don't have to agree. I don't expect anyone to agree with that, but it's just, as Barry Littleton says, food for thought.
No reason why not, either. There's so much evidence for that as there would be for other.
Yes. So I'll leave that with you, and then if you want to do a short with your answers, we'll give you time to think about it, and then we'll upload it onto the YouTube channel.
Cool.
Excellent. Well, thank you both so much for coming on. Absolutely appreciate it.
It's
been great.
Always good.
Yeah, great as always, and definitely need to get you back on and meet up and go out and box some ghosts and aliens and what have you, and find out everything that's going on. So anything you want to add before we shoot off?
www.linktree.com/pursuit of the paranormal.
And buy our book.
There you go. Paranormal United States.
On Amazon.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, if you send me the link, I'll stick it in the description. So.
And Kindle Unlimited. So you don't even need to buy it. You can just read it.
Excellent. Right. Well, thank you again. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone on Patreon, YouTube, subscribers, members. You can listen to this back on Audible, Spotify, Google, Summit or other, and Apple Podcasts and all the others, wherever you are. So that's it. Have a wonderful weekend. Be back on Wednesday. No, not on Wednesday. Not get anything on Wednesday because it's Becky's birthday and it's not worth it. So back next Friday on the 28th, we've got Bigfoot Dwarf coming on. So he's going to be talking about his YouTube channel and everything else he's got going on. And for those that are not sure who Bigfoot Dwarf is, his name used to be Brown Dwarf. That was his original YouTube channel name. So he's going to be coming on next Friday. So that's it. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. And we'll see you in a week's time. Sorry. I am going to be doing some shorts next week and a couple of live streams because I'm off work. So I've got a few things that I'm going to upload. I'm going to do all all the updates that I need to do, like with the merchandise and all that. So look out for them because they're just going to be thrown on as and when, but they're all going to be live anyway. That's it. So take care and enjoy, and see you all soon. And someone find out where they build UFOs, because I need to go and find out. Right. Take care. Good night.
Goodbye.